We are tracking two breaking news stories tonight that left one person dead and another shot, both within the last few hours in downtown Spokane. Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM News 10 at 10, where we give you more news in less time. I'm Mark Hanrahan. Right now, Spokane police are responding to that shooting near West Pacific and South State. KREM 2's Kyle Simchuk is live in downtown Spokane tonight. And Kyle, what can you tell us?
Well, yeah, Mark, definitely a busy night for Spokane police. First, let's go to that shooting, though, right outside of the House of Charity. Police have cleared the scene just in the last half hour. That happened near Pacific and State Street. Police tell us that they found one victim in the middle of the road with at least one gunshot wound. That person was taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. Now, we have learned police arrested one person. They have not said what led up to the shooting or if the suspect or victim knew each other. Now let's turn to that deadly collision that happened around 6:30 at 4th and Maple. Police tell us a man and a woman were hit by a car. They were taken to a hospital in critical condition. We have since learned that the woman has died. The driver stayed on the scene. Police do not believe speed or impairment were a factor in that crash. Both scenes have since been cleared by police. Reporting live in downtown Spokane, Kyle Simchuk, KREM 2 News.
All right, Kyle, thank you very much. In other news, we are continuing to track the two major wildfires that have been burning in Spokane County for nearly 3 weeks now. Right now, both fires almost 100% contained. The Oregon Road Fire near Elk is burning nearly 11,000 acres, while the Gray Fire near Medical Lake burned about 10,000 acres. All evacuations for that fire were dropped yesterday. And people since have been allowed back inside the evacuation zones, but many found there was only rubble left where their homes used to be. And in an effort to bring you more to every story, we are looking into what cleanup for fire wreckage will look like, starting with one important step, an asbestos test. So tune in to KREM 2 News tomorrow night to learn more about what that process looks like, including the costs and the wait time. And happening tomorrow, the Department of Natural Resources holding a post-fire assistance meeting for anyone feeling lost in the wake of the fires. Tomorrow's meeting is specifically geared toward those impacted by the Oregon Road Fire. If you're interested, that meeting will be at Riverside High School from 5:30 to 7:30 in the evening. Well, a wild moment caught on camera that shows just how easy it is for a wildfire to spark accidentally. This tree was hit by lightning in Lancome, Washington. It quickly caught on fire and then fell, spreading to the brush below. Now, due to the terrain, crews had to hike in on foot to fight the fire, but thankfully it was quickly contained. All right, let's talk weather. Another mild day across the inland Northwest. It might get a little warmer as the days goes on, but probably not much. Let's get straight to Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Lagoon. Jeremy, although we are tracking the potential for the return of 80-degree temperatures in the near future, right?
How cool is that?
Pretty cool.
Well, I mean, how warm is that?
Yeah, pretty warm.
Yeah, there we go. All right, as we move through the next couple of days, we are going to see an increase in temps, but right now, quite cool, 63 degrees. In 63 degrees, but what I want you to notice from there was the lack of cloud cover. A moon and no clouds in the sky sets us up for a nice sunny day tomorrow. For the most part, we wind up seeing plenty of sunshine throughout the day, but notice tomorrow night, kind of in the middle of the night, we wind up seeing this little disturbance slide through. Gives us a chance of showers in southeast Washington and southern portions of the Idaho Panhandle. Showers and isolated thunderstorms is what that will amount to. Most of us don't wind up seeing much or anything out of it, and then it's back to sunshine on Friday. So all in all, not much other than sun. 78 tomorrow, 80 on Friday, 82 on Saturday, even warmer on Sunday, and it does look like some of that summer-like heat winds up sticking around for much of next week. So all in all, I'd say it's a pretty warm one.
All right, sounds good, Jeremy. I'll check back in with you later in the broadcast. And now to our night beat with a quick look at the day's top stories. Today, the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office honored the life of one of its own. A procession of first responders led Deputy Luke Mallon's casket and his family from Davenport to Spokane this morning. Luke spent nearly a decade serving Lincoln County. He leaves behind a wife and 2 young girls. His friend of 13 years, Sean Davis, says he loses a brother in losing Luke.
He was a gentle giant, selfless person, and he'll be greatly missed. There's definitely a void that is very large that Lincoln County is going to have a hard time filling, as well as with the family and friends that he leaves behind.
He says his friend Luke had a one-of-a-kind laugh and loved the outdoors. He also helped organize a GoFundMe for the surviving family members. In just 2 days, nearly $15,000 have been donated. The man accused of stabbing and killing a man in downtown Spokane was in court today. Police arrested 24-time convicted felon Stephen White for first-degree murder. Detectives say they received several pieces of evidence in their investigation, including video showing what they say looked like an unprovoked assault. Spokane police say the victim was stabbed more than a dozen times. They also say White had an active arrest warrant at the time of the stabbing. Spokane police are investigating an early morning shooting that killed one person and injured another. Officers responded to that shooting at 3 o'clock this morning, about 1 block away from Holy Family Hospital. Police say both people were taken to the hospital, where one later died. The other is being treated for non-life-threatening injuries. So far, no one has been arrested, with no word on a potential suspect. Meantime, down in Pullman, police there arrested a 29-year-old woman for allegedly assaulting 2 people with a knife inside an apartment this morning. When they arrived, they found one man with critical injuries and one woman with non-life-threatening injuries. They were taken to the hospital for treatment, and the man is expected to survive his injuries. The suspect was arrested on assault and attempted murder charges. And that was your Night Beat. To learn more about any of these stories, just head to our website. That's KREM.com. In national news, newly released video shows the moment a convicted killer climbed out of a prison in Philadelphia last week. The inmate, Danilo Cavalcante, scaled between 2 walls and then moments later pushed through a barbed wire fence to freedom. Law enforcement across the East Coast has been on high alert, chasing down sightings and even stopping a train to search it, but still, that inmate has yet to be caught. Meantime, workers at a Goodwill in Arizona were shocked to find a human skull inside one of their donation bins. Detectives were called out to investigate and immediately sent that skull to the medical examiner's office. They determined it was in fact a real skull, but not from any sort of crime. They say it appears to be historic, possibly ancient remains. The investigation is ongoing, but at this point, police say no criminal charges will be filed against the person who donated the skull. In Northwest news, a new study shows that Idaho and Washington had the highest increases in housing prices in the country. According to a study by Self Storage, Idaho saw a 78% increase, while Washington had the 3rd highest increase with 65%. The study used average home prices on Zillow from 2012 to 2016 and then from 2017 to 2022. The average cost of a home in Idaho jumped from $152,000 to nearly $300,000 in 2022. And in Washington, a home used to cost an average of $209,000. That went up to $345,000 for 2022. New tonight, Kenmore Air announcing today they are taking the lead when it comes to ensuring float planes are safe. This comes after a seaplane operated by a different company crashed and killed 10 people last year near Whidbey Island. And it was all because of a critical piece of that plane, was missing.
We want to be able to make sure that we are providing the safest platform possible.
We now have safety wire that's visible from an inspection port outside the aircraft, so you can look in and see that it's physically safetied. And this safety wire prevents this nut from unscrewing should something happen to the clip.
Kenmore Air has been operating on these types of planes for more than 50 years, and they hope the most recent work they have done means that nothing like last year's crash will ever happen again. We have new details tonight regarding a house fire in Seattle that killed 2 children and 2 adults. We do want to warn you, though, some of you may find these details disturbing. Just hours ago, the King County Medical Examiner revealed a 4-month-old girl and 7-year-old boy died from smoke inhalation. 40-year-old Lana Stewart died from sharp force injuries. All 3 deaths have been ruled homicides. The medical examiner ruled 48-year-old Salvatore Ragusa's death a suicide. Seattle police say an 11-year-old girl escaped and was able to call for help. That fire is being investigated as arson. Meantime, an abandoned van with a strange message on the side found parked near a school bus in western Washington, school bus stop rather, has been impounded. The white van has damage to the front and the words "Want some candy" spray painted on the side. Deputies say they don't know whether the van was being driven around like this or whether it was vandalized, but say it is a good reminder to have that conversation with your kids about not getting in strangers' cars. And that was your KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where you get more news in less time.